Good morning, everyone. Clint will break down your barriers today. And today I'm going to talk about what does it take for change and success. You know, I talked about going to college, and it was funny because I had this perception that if I did well in school and I attained high grades and was on honor societies and all of this stuff, that as soon as I graduated, I was going to walk out into the world and make big bucks. Man, was I wrong. I had a decent job. I graduated, and I decided that, you know what, I'm going to go quit and go take another job. Well, I found out that number one, I got less pay. Number two, um, I was salary, so I was working crazy hours. And number three, I was stressed out all the time. Ironically, after I got my degree is when I actually started struggling the most. I had plenty of jobs. Just I lost them either due to stress, due to people not liking me. The list goes on and on. And I started getting really down on myself. I didn't understand. I was like, "What in the Sam Hill is going on here?" I put in the work. I got the education. You know, uh, People know I'm a hard worker. Why am I not attaining my goal? Well, the reality of the situation is this: you have to change in order to get success. And change takes work, hard work. You have to be able to sit back, humble yourself, and start changing the way you think about things and taking the steps necessary to better your life. Sometimes it's small steps. Okay, I used to sleep until 8. Now I'm waking up at 6. So I can, work out or read a book or just kind of get my thoughts together for the day. Anytime that we want something and we want to succeed at something, we have to make the changes and start taking steps necessary to achieve that success. And it's funny, I listened to Audible, and this book I'm listening to right now is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's an awesome book. And he kind of talks about how we change our habits, and kind of refers to them in one section as an onion. The first layer is outcome. The second layer is process. And the third layer is identity. Each one of these layers is very important to us and very important to our ability to succeed. And the number one thing is developing habits that will help propel you to change and then to succeed. If you want to be a CEO, if you want to be a higher ranking manager, if you want to be a tradesman or any of this, it's going to take work. It's going to take unlearning certain things and relearning. One of the things I tell all my team members when I hire them is that if you have a willingness and desire to learn, I can do almost anything with you. And that's the truth. Because if we're willing to learn and we have a desire to learn, we can, at that moment in time, develop habits and unlearn bad habits that'll help us succeed. It sounds stupid to a lot of people, but it really is a mindset. In today's world right now, we're seeing people that just want to stay home, not work. Companies are begging for employees to come out. The question that I have for a lot of these people is, what do you want out of your life? Is this what you want? Do you want to live off the system and barely make ends meet? Is there pride in that? You know, During this pandemic, I have worked the entire time. And that's because I have developed the habit of understanding that I have to work. And no matter what comes, whether it's whatever job it is, I'm going to take it. I'm going to keep working at it until something better comes along. We have to have that mindset. We have to understand that if we're going to achieve anything in this world, we have to change our habits. We have to change the way we view things. We have to change the way we view ourselves. And then we have to put in the work. Everything takes work. My goal to be a motivational speaker, be a podcast, life coach, all of this, it's going to take work. I know these videos are rough right now. I know that not many people are watching them at this moment, But that doesn't deter me because I know I need to get better at speaking. I need to get better equipment so that way I can actually produce better videos. And I got to learn and read, and I've got to finesse the way that I deliver my message. I'm okay with that. I accept that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to learn. I'm going to change my habits. I'm going to change my perceptions. And then I'm going to move forward. It was the same way when I, in the career field. For the first 2-3 years after graduating, I struggled a lot. And then as I learned and I developed and I unlearned bad habits and learned better habits, I started making more money. I started moving up the ladder. People started recognizing that, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. But it took work. It took dedication. It took getting knocked down and learning from those mistakes, learning from those setbacks and going, okay, that wasn't a good time. So how am I going to do this differently so that way I get the end goal that I'm searching? And that's with anything in life. You want to be happier. Change your outcomes. Change who you hang out with. Change your habits. You want success. I'm not saying you have to get an education, but you got to take the steps necessary and be willing to put in the work and be willing to get knocked down to achieve that success. This life, nothing's given to us. Nothing. We don't deserve anything. We earn it. And that's a mentality we have to have. And we also have to have the mentality of appreciation. I appreciate every struggle I've gone through in my life because it's led me to be the man I am today. I appreciate, all the no's that have eventually led to the yeses that were far better than the potential, yeses that I was searching for to begin with. We have to learn. We have to change our thoughts. I will repeat it again. We have to learn. We have to change. And then once we're able to do that, then we can actually start moving forward and start achieving our goals. It's all up here. It's all in here. The way that we view our lives, the way that we view ourselves, the way that we view our environments, that is going to determine how we progress. So, take a step back. Find the areas in your life that you're not happy with. And then do something about it. 1% better every day. Develop a new habit. Develop a better mindset. Develop a desire to succeed. You start doing these things, and guess what? Doors will start opening. I'm not saying it's going to be instantaneous. It's not. It takes time. So you have to also be patient. Because if you want it, you're going to keep striving for it. So, all that said, my challenge to you today is to take a step back. Are you humble? Do you have a willingness and desire to learn? Do you want better out of your life? If all of those answers you can give a yes to, then what are you waiting for? Thank you for listening, and I look forward to bringing you more content, and have a wonderful day.